Bart was on his own out front, while a woman in a white coat moved around the dispensary, where Hannah was never allowed to go. Hannah's sister, Constance, used to work the counter, but she had a job up in Dublin now, so they were a girl short, and there was a testing irritation to the look her uncle gave Hannah. "What does she want?" he said. I can't remember," said Hannah. "Her chest, and Solpadeine." Bart winked. He had one of those winks that happen free of the surrounding face. Hard to prove it ever happened. "Have a cashew." "Don't mind if I do, who?" said Hannah. She fingered a little tin of Parma violets from in front of the cash register and sat in the prescriptions chair. "Solpadeine," he said. Her Uncle Bart was good-looking like her mother. They had the long Considine bones. Bart was a bachelor and a heartbreaker for all the years of Hannah's girlhood, but now he had a wife who never put her foot in the door of the shop. He was proud of it, Constance said. There he was, paying shop girls and assistants, and his wife banned from the premises in case she laughed at the parish priest's impacted stools. Bart had a perfectly useless wife. She had no children and beautiful shoes in a range of colours, and each pair had its own matching bag. The way Bart looked at her, Hannah thought he might hate her. But her sister Constance said she was on the pill, because they had access to the pill. She said they were doing it twice a night. "How are they all?" Bart was opening a pack of Solpadeine and taking the contents out. "Good," she said. He tapped around the countertop looking for something and said, "Have you the scissors, Mary?" There was a new stand in the middle of the shop of perfumes, shampoos, and conditioners. There were other things on the lower shelves, and Hannah realised she had been looking at them when her uncle came out of the back room with the scissors. But he did not pretend to notice. He did not even wink. He cut the card of tablets in half. "Give her this," he said, handing over a set of 4 tablets. "Tell her to take a rain check on the chest." That was a joke, of some sort. "I will so." Hannah knew she was supposed to go then, but she was distracted by the new shelves. There were bottles of 4711 and imperial leather bath sets in cream and dark red cardboard boxes. There were a couple of bottles of Tweed and a cluster of other perfumes that were new to her. "Tramp," said one bottle, with a bold slash for the crossbar of the T. On the middle shelf were shampoos that weren't about dandruff. They were about sunshine and tossing your head from side to side. Silvercrin, Sunsilk, Clairol herbal essences. On the bottom shelf were puffy plastic packages, and Hannah could not think what they were. She thought they must be cotton wool. She picked up Cachet by Prince Machiavelli in a twisted oblong bottle and inhaled where the cap met the cold glass. She could feel her uncle's eyes resting on her, and in them something like pity or joy. "Bart," she said, "do you think Mummy's all right?" "Oh, for God's sake," Bart said. "What?" Hannah's mother had taken to the bed. She had been there for 2 weeks nearly. She had not dressed herself or done her hair since the Sunday before Easter, when Dan told them all that he was going to be a priest. Dan was in his first year of college up in Galway. They would let him finish his degree, he said, but he would do it from the seminary. So in 2 years, he would be finished in ordinary college, and in 7 years he would be a priest. And after that, he would be off on the missions. It was all decided. He announced all this when he came home for the Easter holidays, and their mother went upstairs and did not come down. She said she had a pain in her elbow. Dan said he had little enough to pack, and then he would be gone. "Go up to the shops," said her father to Hannah. But he didn't give her any money, and there was nothing she wanted to buy. Besides, she was afraid that something would happen if she left. There would be shouting. Dan would not be there when she